Hey, I'm going to give you a brief tour of my build. Always looking for suggestions. If you see that I did something wrong or have a better idea, please let me know. Cargo rack, that box is bolted on. The empty space, a generator, and a couple gas cans are going to go in there. The Facebook page has already given me some good suggestions for mounting that generator. And then I usually use a diesel heater. All of that stuff stored inside of here. I have cast iron cook stuff. I have my diesel heater set up here, kind of porta toilet. That gets mounted here to the ground and it gets piped in, goes into SAE. That goes into my Jackery. If my generator's hooked up or I otherwise have shore power, I go in this route. So let me take you inside. So here's my basic build. I got a 25-inch wide box underneath a 4-inch mattress. Those drawers don't pull out, but it allows me to store quite a bit of stuff here. I got to straighten this stuff up. I got a canopy that pulls out. I usually keep this to store rifles and shotguns because I do a lot of hunting. Usually I put, there's a tool bag that goes here, generally speaking. And then this is enough space that when the hatch is closed, I can put my shoes or boots or whatever else out of the way. This side, I just store a couple cook tins. This also serves as a shield because my heat gets pumped in through there. And then this is the SE plug that plugs into another plug. The heat, I don't want it to go against the wood. So it hits this and it diverts it out into the main living area and it keeps the truck. I mean, I put the diesel heater on the lowest setting when it's 20 degrees out and I still get too hot inside this thing. So here's my basic setup. This is 16 inches wide. This is all built in. I can't use this with water when I'm traveling, but when I stop, because it sloshes around. Perfect for water. For whatever I have. This is my gotta go to the bathroom set. A lot of my cook stuff's here. I had to build these little things to keep it from rattling out. This, I'm not even sure what to use this for the second. I've used it for a bunch of things. It's probably gonna end up being dry goods storage for cooking, but we'll see. Inside here, I've discontinued this. It came through and it connected to the ducting, but I don't know if it was causing back pressure or if it was restricting the exhaust too much, but I kept getting a overheat code on my diesel heater. And by eliminating this, so I got to pull this out and just going this open route, that solved that diesel heater problem. This is kitchen stuff, knives, other crap. This is my sort of everything drawer. Basic tools, other little things. I got batteries, cords. In that one, I got personal toiletries. In that one, I have food stuff in the bottom 3. And then in the back 3, I have food stuff in the bottom 1, clothing, and up top, I have an extra little battery I took off my boat fish finder, and I use that to power my CPAP machine. Old guy problems. Usually I have a turkey chair right there. That battery usually goes underneath the bed. I have storage here that I can access this way. And in the far back currently, I just have storage. If you pull the mattress up, there's a little compartment. I usually keep like canned meat and stuff there for long-term camping type stuff. So for my cooking stuff, I have these. Just pulls right in. Works really well. I actually switched to the refillable ones, but I got like 15 of these things, and so I gotta burn these up. The cool part about this particular setup, it's really super safe. It's a 4-inch pipe, fits perfectly for these canisters. They can't really wiggle around at all. And I can switch the head on this and put a little buddy heater in if I want to use that to warm the truck up in the middle of the night if it gets super cold and I don't have any other source of heat. I usually use the diesel heater, but that's a good option if I need to. If I've got shore power, I can use this heater. The Jackery will run this. I just don't know for how long. I've never tried that. Buried in here, I have one of those electric stovetops. So again, if I have shore power, I can go that route. and kind of switch everything over to electric. A lot of cook storage, some spices that I use, common utensils. Try to make this thing as user-friendly as I can. As great as this is, this just makes coffee, the jet boil, so much faster. 90 seconds, I can get boiling water. And then French press for my coffee. Keep my coffee. I have, if I have to use instant, I'll use that. But I usually I'm out. But that's where I keep my ground coffee. And I like tea, so I have that as well. Usually keep books and an iPad up in this area. Emergency flashlight, CPAP, the battery that I use to run my CPAP, I can get 3 nights out of that one. And then if I need to go more, I can recharge it, or I can just switch over to the Jackery. So for the flooring, I've got 1/2-inch foam board, followed by Reflectix, followed by 1/2-inch plywood, with then glued down that cheap carpet, fake carpet stuff you get. Super thin stuff. And then I got these from work. They were throwing them out. It's those carpet squares. It was the old carpet from work, so they couldn't use them for anything. And I put those down. They're just kind of tacked down so I can rip them up really quickly. So if it gets muddy, it's not a big deal. You can see I got sawdust all over the place. And that keeps it pretty warm. I got this thing sealed up pretty good. Actually, too good that I'm getting some ventilation issues. I have my carbon monoxide detector here. When I have my diesel heater on, it's blowing in the fresh, hot air. I'm perfectly fine. If I go to a different heat source, the carbon monoxide level, I think, is getting a little too high. So I'm going to be popping probably a vent into the top to get a low-high kind of ventilation thing going. But the bottom is really insulated well. The side, the windows are all covered with Reflectix. And then below this, I've got Reflectix, and behind the Reflectix, I've got foam board. Also have that in the front. The front window is all covered up with Reflectix as well. This thing warms up really well. You can get kind of too hot, particularly with the diesel heater. It was 20 or 19 degrees last night, and the temperature got down to 53 degrees inside the truck bed with this at the lowest setting. It doesn't take much to get this thing warm and to keep it warm. I don't have any insulation on the top, so I do lose my heat after a while. Doesn't retain it super well. But here is my main light source. And then I, of course, just have the emergency flashlight and some other backup lights as well. All right, now I'm 5'11". This is a 6.5 foot bed. So this is just long enough for me to sleep and sleep comfortably. This is a Millard trifold mattress that I'm on, 4 inches. Super happy with it. Just a hook there for my hats. And this seals up really tight. As I mentioned, too tight, to the point that I am having some ventilation issues. But this really has everything I need. I sleep really well. I can climb in fairly easily with this thing. I can do my coffee and, oatmeal and fry a couple eggs up in the morning. I can drink my tea in the evening. If I need to, I can cook lunch and dinner in here. I have done that multiple times, so I do prefer to be outside and cook outside for that. But it's there for me to be able to do it. All in all, it's a great hunting and solo camping rig. I can camp with my wife once in a while. I can get her to do that, in which case I throw a bed on the floor, I sleep on the floor, and she's up here. And it's a great setup.